Hello children, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. Now in this video I am going to start physics. Okay, and I will explain you the chapter matter. What you are going to study in this chapter? Matter. What is matter? Physical properties of matter. Then the third one, states of matter, that is a solid, liquid and the gases. Then characteristics, what are the characteristics of the states of matter? Okay, then change in state of matter, that means how the solid gets changed into liquid, liquid gets changed into gases, gases can be changed into solid. Okay, then the definitions of melting, vaporization, condensation and freezing. So let's get started. So children, you have already studied about the matter in the 5th standard. Now you are going to study more about this. That is matter. What is matter? Matter is exactly, in a common language you can say that matter is the basic substance of which all materials are made up of. That means all materials are made up of matter. And there are two kinds of material: naturally occurring materials and human made materials. Naturally occurring materials, that means there is no contribution of human being, I mean for making of that. It is made by itself, okay, by the nature. And human made material, that means human is able to make it, okay. So naturally occurring materials are petroleum, wood, coal, etc., whereas human made materials are fabric, steel, alloy, etc. Now, what is matter? Anything which occupies a space and has mass and is perceived by our senses is called matter. Okay, so what is the definition of matter? Matter, which is anything which occupies a space. That means wherever you will keep, it will cover that particular area. Matter can be perceived by our senses. How many sense organs we are having? We are having 5 sense organs: eyes, ears, nose, tongue and the skin. So when we will, whatever we will feel through our sense organs, they are called as the matter. Matter is made up of tiny particles called the molecules, very tiny particles, okay. And matter that is made up of one kind of particles is known as substance. So here matter can neither be created nor be destroyed, and one kind of matter can be distinguished by the physical and the chemical properties. That means you can differentiate between different matters on the basis of physical and chemical properties. Which properties will be considered as the physical properties? Here it is. Physical properties include state, color, order, density, solubility, melting point and boiling point. So one by one, you see physical properties, that is of any material, okay, any material. State means what? Solid, liquid or the gaseous state. One more state is there, that is the plasma. So that you will study in the higher classes. Color, different substances are having different color, okay, and if they are having the same color, then it can be differentiated on the basis of odor, smell. Okay, sometimes you see that the sugar and the salt seems similar, but sometimes you can feel the texture, sometimes you can taste it, you can taste and then feel the difference. Okay, then odor is there, that is the smell. Okay, then density, how much hard it is, dense, okay, the molecules, how much molecules are closer. Solubility, that means how much it is soluble in water. Okay, how much amount is soluble in how much water. Okay, so that is called the, whether they are soluble or not. Okay, just like you see the sand is not soluble in water. So on the basis of solubility also, salt can be soluble in water but sand cannot. Okay, so there are the difference, that is the physical properties. Melting point, that means at what point of temperature, that means at what temperature the substance will start melting, and in the same way at what temperature the substance will start boiling. So these were the physical properties, and we can differentiate between the matters, different kinds of matter on the basis of this: state, color, order, density, solubility, melting point and boiling point. Now here you can see the different states of matter. Okay, solid, liquid and the gases. And here you can see the solids, okay, the arrangement of molecules basically in solid, liquid and the gases. So solids, they are having the very tight arrangement of the molecules. The molecules are very much closely packed, okay. There is very less space in between the molecules, and that is known as the intermolecular space. In liquid, the molecules will be little far apart, okay, and there will be more intermolecular spaces. And whereas in gases, there will, you can see the molecules are very far, okay, so there will be spaces in between the molecules, and that will be maximum. So on the basis of the arrangement of molecules, here you can see the solids are rigid, have the fixed shape, have the fixed volume. They are having the fixed shape and the fixed volume. That means if they are of 100 gram of iron you have taken, so it will remain as 100 gram only, okay. Similarly, it will have the fixed shape. It will not get changed. Wherever you will keep the thing, solid things, it will remain in the same shape, okay, and rigid, that they are very hard. Then liquid, they are not rigid, no fixed shape and have the fixed volume. And in the gases, they are not rigid nor having the fixed shape, and they don't have the fixed volume. Here also you can see this ice. Ice is in the solid state, okay, so molecules are very tightly packed, they are arranged and they do not move, okay, they will remain static at one place, only they are able to vibrate on their own positions, okay. In liquid, you can see that they will move, okay, but within the boundary, okay, within the boundary they will move. So this is the intermolecular space is too much in comparison to the solid, and the molecules are loosely packed, okay, but they will move within the boundary. Here they can move on their mean position, okay, but that is a vibration only, just like your phone vibrates, no? So it is what, they are not moving from one place to another. But in case of liquid, the liquid start flowing. That means if the liquid is spilled on the table, okay, then slowly and gradually it will move towards the another end of the table. So what is that? They are able to flow. It is just because the intermolecular space is more in comparison to the solid. When the ice will start melting, then it will start flowing, where the ice will remain at one place. But as it will change into liquid form, it will start flowing, 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 okay. And when you will take the hot water, the boiling water, then you can see the vapor, water vapor. That is the gaseous state, and in that you will find that they are having more space and they can move in whatever space is given in between to them. So they will move in any of the space, okay, they will occupy the whole area wherever they are. So this is the gaseous molecules, okay. The water vapor molecules is the example of the gas. Now children, I am going to explain you the activity. And first activity is what? To show solid is a matter, okay. So what you have to do, you have to take one measuring cylinder. Remember in 6th standard chemistry I have taught you that measuring cylinder, okay, that was present in the chemistry lab. So this is measuring cylinder. First you fill it up to 60 ml, okay, and put here label 1 or A, okay. And now what you have to do, you have to immerse a piece of wooden block inside the measuring cylinder, just like as it is shown in the figure, okay, like this. And when you will put that inside, what happens? The level of the water gets changed, okay, and the level rises. Here it is given 80. So 80, till 80 it rises. So here it is marked as B. Okay, now when you will take it out, again it will come back on its own position. So what does it mean? That wooden block occupies the space of water and water level rises up. Hence solid is a matter. Okay, this was the solid. It has occupies the space. Okay, so that's why it is a matter. Now another activity is to show that air is also a matter. In that, take a glass beaker filled with water, a big beaker. Okay, yeah, this word you are familiar with this. Okay, beaker, fill it with water. Take an empty glass and place it upside down in the beaker as it is given here. Here it is shown how to put. Then on tilting the beaker, you will observe that the air gets displaced and air bubbles comes out. This you might have noticed when you keep the mug in a bucket. Okay, sometimes for playing also you might have done many times. Okay, so this means that the air is pushed out by the water on tilting the glass inside the beaker. As you are tilting, okay, first the air was inside, and as you have tilted it, the water will start filling inside the glass, and from the another side the gas will come out. So then that's why there will be bubbles, so many bubbles inside the beaker. So that means air occupies a space and hence air is a matter. So students, hope you all have understood the topics. If you have any doubt or question, you can ask in the comment section below, and the remaining topics will be covered in the next videos. Please like, share it with your classmates, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you can get my latest updates. Thank you and take care.